All
What's
right.
going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to Flix Talk Podcast. Now, I got a really special guest all the way from Detroit. We got Q Reviews. What's going on, man?
Yo, what up? What a pleasure to be on the flick, son. I can't even believe it here. This is my first collabo, and this is dope. Very glad to be here. Your
Yeah,
channel was
man.
awesome, and
Thank you, bro.
yo, let's get it.
Yeah, man. And you're John Wicked out right now. You look all like
I am
you ready to
John.
kick
This
some
shit is
ass.
bulletproof. This shit is bulletproof right now. So if I get shot, yo, I'm good. No, yeah, nothing can mess with me right now. Coming off that Keanu Reeves, John Wick,
Right?
Parabellum, son.
Man, and was it just me, but I could not, say to myself, this is John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. I was just calling it John Wick 3. I don't know
Yeah.
about all this Chapter 3 Parabellum shit. I mean, we saw at the end of the movie, oh, by the way, guys, this is spoiler talk, so if you accidentally
Oh,
clicked on the
spoiler.
video, we're talking all spoilers. Go back, watch the spoiler-free review. And you got a spoiler-free review coming up, right?
I got yep. We're gonna
Okay.
edit it right after this. So
Yeah.
this is spoiler, motherfucker. If
Yeah.
you don't know about it, yo, let's get it in.
Exactly. I'm gonna leave all Q's, social media links, his YouTube and all that, so you guys can check out his videos. But yeah, man, this is like the Parabellum. So Parabellum, I guess, is what was said at the end by what's his name, Ian McShane or McShaw or something like that, the older man in the movie.
Yeah.
I guess he said that Parabellum meant prepare for war. We kind of see this is why I love this movie in particular, is because they actually showed like that he was training under these like assassins. We got to see all these guys tatted out, and they were all guns everywhere, and they showed these kids wrestling that they're all training from a young age, and it was crazy.
Yeah, I like that.
That was weird with the ballerina thing, though. I don't know what was going on. Maybe they were training them for assassins too. I don't know, or maybe they
I
had
know
some
they
kind
was
of
training really hard. Yeah, because she was training her ass up
Yeah.
to her toes was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? Like
Toe
she
came
was
off.
like
Yeah,
stop.
toenail.
They were almost like slaves. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like this assassin thing ran really, really deep. And like, it was interesting to see that play. That's when the plot starts slowing down.
Yeah.
Because this thing starts off like
Yeah.
wah!
Yeah,
It starts off crazy. But then it starts slowing down. We started seeing a little backstory, and then I was like, this Russian thing is interesting. I was still interested. I wasn't bored. So I was like, I don't know. So we get this. Is this where John Wick came from?
Yeah.
They obviously said that's where he came from. So because he asked for another favor.
Mhm.
So it was dope.
Yeah, so right away this takes off like minutes after John Wick 2, I'm guessing, I mean, we got to see him with the pit bull running through Times Square, and just them announcing that they're going to put the hit on him, the open contract for 14 million, and then it jumps to 15 million. The stakes just keep going up, and then dude, that first fight scene with him going up against that dude that was like over 7 foot, man, what did you think about that?
Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready. I was like, okay, well, when we seen that fight scene begin, I was like, yes, okay.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I was immediately invested. You know what I'm saying? Before a plot or anything even happened, I was immediately invested in this fight. His hands were so huge. I'm like, this dude is huge. He's like Peter Mayhew huge. His hands was like this over John Wick's face. Like
Right.
it covered his whole face. So I was like, wow. Like, and then the martial arts started happening. They kept it on that wide shot so you could see everything. And I was like, yo. And then when it ended, when he smashed his face.
Oh my God. Jesus.
His jaw was hanging off like the meat and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
dog.
And
Whole theater was like this.
I know, man. Everybody around me, you could tell were action star fans, and they were going crazy, bro. It's just like, because at the end of the scene, I was like, he killed this man with a book. He literally just killed this man with a book. And I mean, someone that was double his size for sure. I mean, he did not only a bunch of chops. Did you notice how many chops he was doing to the neck and shit? He was just chopping the
chop.
Yeah.
Keanu really got some long ass arms too. So he was like, bop, 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 bop. And then he killed him and then put the book back. So
Yeah.
I was like, quiet. I was like,
Exactly. So
wow, boy, if this what we in for, we in for some super shenanigans, over the top
yep.
ridiculous. And I was clapping my hands for that.
Yeah,
That
that
was great.
and like what you just said a moment ago is that they kept that long shot, and that's what I definitely appreciated about this movie was that we didn't get like you seen like all the Liam Neeson movies like Taken and all where it's a lot of quick like even like Jason Bourne like where it's a lot of quick like close up fight scenes and you don't even know what the hell is going on. You get a headache from just watching it. It's a lot of stunt guys going on, but Keanu Reeves did all this pretty much for the most part. Look like he did all this, right?
Yeah. That's where you get the film a level of respect when you see John Wick literally doing the things right in the scene without it even cutting. The long chops, the falls, the hardness, and you get the payoff with the super dope creative kill. The only thing I can really compare it to is the Mission Impossible franchise because Tom Cruise does a lot of that stuff himself.
Oh yeah.
But if I was to ask you a question, would you like better in camera action? Is it like Ethan Hunt or John Wick?
Oh shit. I think as far as an overall fighter, it's weird because this is something that I said in my dislikes for the spoiler free review was that it looks like Keanu's slowing down, man. I mean, it looked like especially I understand that half of the assassins that he's fighting are like 20 years younger. You got to realize Keanu Reeves is 54 years old. I don't think a lot of people know that.
Oh, I thought he was 52. He's 54.
I looked it up. It said 54 years old. I said, holy shit. So, I mean, for doing that, for keeping up, he's in good shape and stuff like that. For keeping up, he's kicking ass. He's kicking ass. But, I mean, probably the Ethan Hunt is a little more raw. But, I mean, training-wise, I think Keanu has it. Training-wise.
Yeah. Training with the guns. With the guns.
With the gun work, and then of course all the hand-to-hand combat. It looked like he was doing a little more wrestling moves too, like the close, like grappling and stuff like that. Especially when you could tell when he couldn't defeat these guys right away, he would flip them over and throw them to the side and here and there and stuff. Especially when he's fighting like 2 or 3 guys at a time. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of judo. It was a lot of throwing. It was a whole lot of throwing, and there's a whole lot of judo in this movie.
Yeah,
and I thought it was cool. He's definitely slowing down though, but like, damn. For him to be 54 years old, he doing this, son?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Damn. It's very impressive.
Yeah, so I like the overall. All the fight scenes we got with those motorcycle shots, and I like how they did it too because you could tell, for the most part, it was on a green screen. They probably had him on a motorcycle, like just kind of going back and forth with people up against him and stuff. But it looked smooth. It looked like really smooth. It didn't look like it was too green screeny. You know what I mean?
But, exactly.
Yeah, but the only way I noticed it was green screen, especially when he was on the horse and he was knocking those guys off the motorcycle. When they were crashing, it looked kind of like video game characters or something.
Yeah, they had some horrific crashes too. Like there was people getting like ran over by things and like things like that. He's stabbing it, and then that came from the when he had the horse and he was bucking the people too.
yeah. Like how creative were these kills? Like he was smacking the horse on the ass so it would buck him in the face, and man, these people were getting their jaws broken off, and I was like, holy shit.
Just the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, he wrapped the rope around that guy's neck and pulled him, and that guy like slammed into the wall. I said, "Oh my god, what am I in for, man? This was like the most brutal John Wick I've ever seen. Like, for sure."
Yeah. I say the action scenes in John Wick 3 are my favorite out of all the whole trilogy. I mean, they all are fucking impressive, but this one here, I don't know. It was just so raw and creative. I was in it. I compared it to a video game. So
yeah. That's what I was thinking the whole time is that this seemed like a video game where you're working on missions, like trying to get past the next guy and get to your next destination and stuff. Because I mean, the whole movie is people are after him. He's on the run. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? He's just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so I took a piss break, but I missed the part where he went to go see Halle Berry. Where did he travel to? It was the Middle East, but I don't know where exactly that was.
I don't exactly remember what was exactly in the Middle East where he traveled to see Halle Berry. But he went to see Halle Berry. And Halle Berry to find, the other guy, Bronn from Game of Thrones. And And in that part, that's when the movie slowed down. So you took a piss break at about the right time.
I was waiting. I knew that was like I knew the formula of just like crazy action, then it was gonna slow down, then crazy action again. So I was like, I'm out of here. I'm running really quick. But yeah, like I liked their interaction a lot, and it seemed like they had some history. That's why if anything, I mean, I know we left off on like a John Wick 4 cliffhanger, which is like,
Yeah.
if anything, they should have just went at the high table or whatever at the end of this movie. They shouldn't. I don't think they should make a John Wick 4. I want to see a prequel of John Wick, if anything, because I mean, I want to see how he met everybody at the Continental. I want to see how he met Lawrence Fishburne. I want to see how he met Halle Berry. Like, I want to see all this like training and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a prequel coming out, right? That's I forgot who it's produced by, but there is a prequel about the Continental, if I believe, about that hotel.
Is it really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah. It's one being made, but I don't know what John Wick involvement is about that. But yeah, of course I would like to see that too. But I think at this time with John Wick coming out here in May, because it came out in the last two came out in February, so this one coming out in May, it might dethrone the great Endgame. Endgame been out for 4 weeks, killing the game, son. Of course, right?
Oh yeah.
So I think John Wick might be number one this weekend. Don't quote me on this. We'll see tomorrow. But
So
I think John Wick might dethrone it. And it's not going to make crazy money, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to do good enough to warrant a sequel to a John Wick 4.
You think John Wick's gonna beat Pikachu this weekend?
Yeah. I think John Wick will beat Pikachu because Pikachu last week didn't come out that strong. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would come out stronger than it did. I think what was it, like 60-something million?
I think it was
70.
I think it was in the overall. I thought it was only like 58 or something like that. But
okay.
Yeah. That was actually stronger than what I thought. Now that we're on the Pikachu subject, Detective Pikachu, it's crazy to see because I just looked up the numbers before we were talking. Is that Pikachu, I think on Friday made 20 mil and John Wick just made 22 mil. So it barely beat it by a couple mil. It barely beat it by a couple mil. So that's
interesting.
That's the power of Pokemon. That's the power of Pokemon.
That's a part of Pokemon and a family film too. You know what I'm saying? John Wick is super hard art. It's a niche thing. If that only made that much, so I don't know if it even to be in game now that you say that.
Yeah.
At this rate, but I don't know. Maybe John Wick will have legs, but it's in the midst of the height of the summer movies right now. Like next week we got Aladdin and Brightburn and Godzilla and and all type of stuff. So it might get lost in that mix, you know.
Man, there's so much shit coming out. Yeah, there's so many movies coming out in the next couple of weeks. Like I already try to pre get my advanced tickets and all these. I just got my ticket for Ma too. That one looks insane.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for mine.
Yeah. Blumhouse is really weird. I think they put out more good movies than they put out bad movies because I've seen a couple of bad movies. Did they put out Truth or Dare?
Oh, yeah. Oh God, that was terrible.
I think that was a Blumhouse. I think that was a Blumhouse.
Yeah, that was terrible. The smiley face, stupid shit. I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even do it. It was so bad.
Yeah,
that's Blumhouse. But they also put out Get Out.
Yeah, and then they also did the Halloween remake, didn't they? Or the Halloween sequel? Yeah, the official sequel.
Yeah, they did it. Danny McBride one. Yeah.
And I actually liked that one too. And they put out Get Out, so it's like, yeah, they got a couple they put out Happy Death Day too. I forgot about that. I didn't really like that.
Yeah, Happy Death Day. Yeah, I was trying to watch the sequel here. I just couldn't really get it. It's dumb. Yeah, it's like time travel. It's not even horror anymore. Like,
yeah, it's just comedy. I heard it's just comedy. But yeah, back on the John Wick. I thought it was through and through just crazy. And like you said, even the parts that slowed down, I thought it was interesting because we got to see more backstory. We got to see, of course, that whole like High Council. The Middle Eastern dudes that were like, you got to that part was wild. Where he was like, you got to sacrifice or like shed blood. Basically, he cut off his finger. I was just like, and that was another thing that kind of irked me a little bit. I didn't talk about it because it's kind of a spoiler. Is that did you notice when people were getting stabbed, like they didn't react that much? Like when he cut off his finger, he was just kind of like, And when that woman got her hand stabbed, like she didn't even react. I was like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, they was like accepted it. Her shit was leaking like a mug. Okay,
Yeah.
I accept it. But like, damn. So he just stabbed a samurai sword through both of your hands,
Yeah.
and you like cool with it. Like,
It's like, you know how
like I
many
can.
nerves you have in your hands, but it's like, even like Lawrence Fishburne getting sliced up like 7 times. I was like,
Oh,
oh
I thought he
man.
was dead.
Yeah, I thought he was dead too, and then he comes back miraculously at the,
Yeah,
which
at
is
the
kind of
end, it was
weird,
like.
but
Yeah, like all the
yeah,
stitches, like a Punisher too. What's his name and shit? I was like, yo, son, like, really, you alive, son?
yeah. But
Like,
it's actually
okay,
cool. Yeah, it's actually cool seeing Lawrence Fishburne back in here since I hadn't seen both them since Matrix.
Matrix. Yeah,
You know, which
yeah,
is I think they really play well off each other, and I don't know if you saw they had I guess Keanu Reeves this past Tuesday, he got like inducted into the
yeah.
not
I seen your
yeah
your thing. That's how I found about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the little Hollywood thing. It's not really like a Hollywood star, but it's like he got his imprints on that Chinese man theater out here in Hollywood.
yeah, that was
So
dope.
yeah. So that's all. I wonder if they put that on display because I'm gonna go check that out if they do.
Speaking of the Matrix, did you see that Matrix Easter egg in there? And John Wick 3. I need
No.
guns. Lots of guns. That was
Oh
in the
yeah.
Matrix. Remember saying when the guns came in when him
Oh,
and
that's
Trinity,
right.
like, brrr, he's like, I need guns, lots of guns. I was like,
That was a
yes!
reference. Yeah, when he went into that vault, into the vault with
Yeah.
all this shit.
Oh,
Man, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
cool. Hey, and how crazy was it when he got that shotgun and he blew that dude's face off like the first
Oh
one?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
like
from the top.
yeah,
it was dope.
from like the eyes up, like the whole head came off. I said, "Holy shit!"
Like, ding. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we're here for. That's what we hear in John Wick.
Exactly.
The ballet of violence is so great. It elevates the plot. Like, the plot was kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
who give a fuck when we got Keanu Reeves handling that work? And
Right.
then I got to give props to Keanu Reeves. Throughout the decades, he's been entertaining us. He's been hit and miss for a lot of things, but I think John Wick might be his best character that he has portrayed on screen thus far.
Sure.
Neil was a G. Neil was a G, but like, yo, John Wick, I don't know. He's just that dude, you know what I'm saying? Just the training he went through, and he's still fast, you know what I'm saying? With that, I just love this trilogy. And I think it's gonna survive like Mission Impossible. I think you're gonna see a John Wick 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's gonna be
it might go the distance. I know his heart's really dedicated into martial arts. Like we've seen him in 47 Ronin and what is it? The Man of Tai Chi, I think it was called.
Yeah. The Man of
So
Tai Chi.
you could tell that his heart's definitely in all the kung
That's
fu
what I
and
like
stuff,
about
so.
it. That's what you see on screen. You see his heart in those action sequences. That's what I was saying. Like when we was pumping that gun and we was putting the clips in. I see that. I believe that. Like Halle Berry was cool.
Yeah.
But she was a little slower.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? She hitting those beats like 1, 2. Thank God she had those dogs because I see Halle Berry like kind of hitting those beats. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our first time training. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're cute. You're beautiful, Halle Berry, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? You're hitting the beat. John Wick seemed like he like really into it though. You know what I'm saying? When he's like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I respect about that.
I think Halle Berry definitely made up for Catwoman with this movie, man. I gotta say that.
Her career kind of tanked after Catwoman, didn't it? Like she never came back to that level of success that she was after Catwoman, and she had just won an Oscar prior.
So was Catwoman on a side note? Was Catwoman after Monsters Ball with Billy Bob Thornton? Oh, so that was after. Yeah. Okay.
That was right after she won the Oscar for Monsters Ball. She made Catwoman, and that kind of set her career into a downward trajectory. And you know,
I think you're right.
And she was all right. She's still. I mean, it's Halle Berry. She's beautiful. They don't cast her and stuff, but I never seen her as good as she is in this movie. Even though she had about 8 or 9 minutes in the film, but I thought she was dope, man. I thought she was dope. Like, damn, I want to go to Halle Berry house. She got a fucking fireplace with you know what I'm saying, like candles over here and shit. Wild ass dogs that stare you in the face. Them dogs was like this on Keanu Reeves. So they was like damn, like you don't want to mess with her. You know what I'm saying?
And I was tripping when that dude shot the dog. I was like, didn't he see that there's a bulletproof vest on the dog? Like, what do you think that was? Like, You know what I'm like? I was
Yeah.
my heart wasn't ready to see
Oh,
another dog die, man. I was like, oh come on,
oh,
man.
yeah.
We
Shoot
can't we
them
can't be
dogs.
can't be doing that. But yeah, the whole attack method with the dogs, like at
They were
first
dope.
at first I was gonna say, okay. I was thinking, I was like, okay, how is this gonna work? Them working alongside the dogs, but she was giving them commands, and they kept jumping at the balls, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like
They
they're
had
just
that wide shot. They came in from the side. It's like, ugh. And then when
yeah.
he ate his balls, dude, he ate my man Brand balls from Game of Thrones. Like, ah! I was like, ah!
Yeah,
No!
people don't realize that like even though they're about a third of a human size, like probably even like a fourth of a human size, like if they run at you with that force and they grab your arm, they're gonna take you down. They're gonna pull you
Right.
to the ground and just rip the shit out of you. You
Yeah, yeah.
know?
I compared to with my non-spoiler review as like civil rights, angry German shepherds.
Oh man.
They was just ripping apart shit. Like really, like
Yeah,
ferocious.
they were mauling the shit out of these dudes, and it was just the body count was insane. And these scenes just dragged on for so long, like
Yeah,
it was in real time. It was and that's what was
yeah.
really cool about it too. It was
Hmm.
just they must have been choreographed, like it must have took months for these scenes like to be
Yeah.
planned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it must have took a long time for them. I think the whole movie is to choreograph fights because it must have took a long time to actually do these type of stunts. So that's why the
Yeah.
plot is kind of secondary in
Oh yeah.
John Wick 3. And then I guess movie snobs will be mad at this. Well, I don't have that plot. I don't have that emotional investment. Of course, you got the emotional investment in John Wick 1. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It's really simple, too. It's wife died of cancer and a dog died, so you got more incentive for him to kill everybody. But now you can't
mm,
do that again. So, but
yeah.
I was just happy to see each action piece. I think the action elevates the plot. You know what I'm saying? It's just so entertaining to watch. I mean, I guess you just got to be that kind of dude to appreciate these things.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was funny because right away after I'd seen this, I just put a quick update on Facebook. I was like, man, you got to see John Wick. It's like the best one, right? And
Yeah,
my mom texts me because she follows me and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go see John Wick 3." And I'm like, "Mom, this ultra violent. I don't think you're gonna. You got to be a certain type of person to be watching this. Like, you know what
the
I'm
knife
saying?"
and eyeball though.
Yeah, oh man, I forgot about that part. Yeah, that
Yeah. Slow.
slow knife in the eyeball. I think he did a kill from the first movie that was kind of like they showed it in this one, where like he was jabbing like he was pushing the knife down and he started like smacking the top of it so it would go inside.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they
yeah,
did a
yeah.
kill like that in the first movie. I could be wrong because I actually binge watched the first and the second movie like this
Oh
past
nice.
week. I think that's kind of the best way to see it. Not necessarily the first movie, but the second movie for sure. Because that's when you got all the shit going on. Like people are after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some
You,
great stuff in the second one too, especially the
oh
headshot and
oh
whatever
yeah
they was at that party, man. Like, oh, those
oh yeah
headshots I think in the second one are the best.
yeah.
Like the pop, 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 like when you just start like popping everybody and shit.
Yeah, and then
I don't
that
know.
fight scene with him and a common all over the damn city. It was that shit was
Uh,
crazy. That
yeah,
shit was
down the stairs. Oh, so good, so
yeah,
good.
yeah. So I mean, we pretty much get to see the Continental is like offline now. It's like it's a free for all now, and that's when we
Yeah,
get our final showdown. And that was when we saw all the people that first wave, I guess, come in. And that was kind of weird to me because I thought these guys were assassins, but the first wave that got sent into the Continental was like a SWAT team almost.
yeah,
Like it looked like there was like some law enforcement, but
yeah,
I guess everybody's on the payroll, right? When you're dealing with John Wick, that $15 million bounty, right?
yeah, yeah. That $15 million bond, but like John Wick, the Invincible, he just started going under the helmets with
Under
the
the
gun.
helmet,
Under
yeah,
the helmets, like pop, 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 and this happened for like 10 minutes. But
yeah,
why did I not get tired of it?
right,
It's like pop, 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 like yep, get the helmet, pop out, and he kept doing it more in creative ways that I don't know. It's unbelievable. It's like take you out of reality. But
yeah.
I was just with it.
Yeah, I was
Tank though.
hoping that when he went back the second time, like I need more ammo, like I need to go back and get a couple of knives too, because when you get, I mean, I understand all the shot. He was wasting a lot of ammo on one guy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Just
yeah, just like letting them
ding,
off,
ding,
right?
ding. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
or
yeah.
or, or if you're gonna do that, why don't you just shoot them all in the kneecaps?
Yeah,
You know
true,
what I
true,
mean?
true. Terminator 2 style. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
shoot them all in the kneecap, just stab them in the neck, and then call it a day. Like take their guns too, you know, take their guns, and that's another thing I was noticing too. When he was killing people, he wasn't really taking their guns. Like he wasn't. There was a couple times he did, but like
Right.
not in all instances. So I guess when I think about it now, I guess it's not really a gripe. It was just like there's a lot of shit that gets thrown at you at once. But I still say that this is the best one for sure.
You think it's the best one out of all three of the trilogies?
All three. I say this is
I
the
mean,
best
all
one.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I might agree. I have to agree with you, man. The action is elevated to
Mhm.
such a level that is unprecedented. Like, I just have to go with it. Like John Wick 3 is just. It's just that one. Like I was, my appetite was wet with the first one, like so good, and then
Mhm.
the action was even elevated in two, but three is just with horses bucking people and library
Oh my
scenes and
god.
dogs. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is what I
Yeah.
waited for all my life. John Wick 3 Parabellum, yes. So
and
yeah,
that,
I definitely agree with you.
and that's what I think the majority of the people wanted to see, like them top the next one. So I think the outcry was just like, damn, John Wick 2 was just like so many assassins. It's like, what can we do in John Wick 3? And it's like, okay, well, let's just have him travel all over the world now with assassins all, you know, all after him. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think they achieved with this one. I was hoping, not hoping because I love the character of John Wick, but I kind of wanted to see him like go out, like just get killed, but
Yeah.
like in an honorable way, like just finally him, because there's a poster. Did you see one of the? And they came out with like 20 posters for this. I don't know if you saw all the artsy posters they came out with for John Wick
Mm-hmm.
3, but one of the posters is like he's pointing a gun. It's like a blue poster. He's pointing a gun, and there's like 100 guys like pointing guns back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I photoshopped that at work and put Betty White in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'll send it to
so,
you.
so
Yeah.
I was hoping that was an actual scene where maybe at the end, like they finally got him cornered, and then
Mm-hmm.
the main Asian dude that by the way, that fight scene with the main Asian dude at the end was fucking great. It was so great. Like it was. I think that was a challenge for him, and even though
Mm-hmm.
that guy was quicker, I could see it. I could see it as a possibility happening that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when he got the sword and he started slicing the guy up. I was like, okay, he's about to dominate this dude. You know, but I would have liked to see him go out gracefully and just finally get killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Three would
Eh,
have been fine.
yeah, I would have been fine with that. But I
Perfect.
think because then you would have had a solid trilogy. You would have had a solid trilogy. Like now we got to go into a quadrology or whatever the hell they call it. You know,
Yeah.
and worry about what's going to happen in the fourth one. You know, was there anything that you didn't like about John Wick 3? Because I didn't have many gripes about it.
If I had to say something I didn't like about John Wick 3, I mean the plot isn't really that crazy deep. And
Mm,
then okay, so he went to the desert to see the one guy, you know what I'm saying, the super high, was it High Garden,
yeah.
right? And then he said he's going to make a sacrifice to kill Winston, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to go see Winston and he didn't kill him
Yeah.
to be on his side, but what was all that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I guess
I don't get it.
yeah, I guess truly in his heart he felt that this is the only way he can get sanctuary. So that's why he gave up his finger, and he's like, not sanctuary, but like reverse the I forget what they call it, but they basically the mark on his head to reverse all that. I think he was like, okay, I'm just
Right,
gonna do whatever it takes. But then when he finally went there and saw Winston and realized Winston was like backing him the whole time, you know what I'm saying, and like helped him so
right,
much, he's just like, you know what, even Winston said, he goes, you know what, I'd rather die from a friend than an enemy. You know,
right.
so he was just like, you know, he had a change of heart. Like, I'm not gonna do it. And then that's when we got all that. And what do you think about that character of? I know her name is Asia, Asia something, but
Yeah, the boy
yeah, the bald
girl.
head girl too. By the way, I was not expecting her to have an American accent. She looked a little more foreign to me. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was waiting to
Yeah.
like a European accent or something. Yeah, her name was the adjudicator. She was called the adjudicator. So she
Oh,
was basically,
adjudicator.
yeah, she was pretty much someone that,
HR.
yeah, she was, yeah, pretty much someone that oversaw everything, made sure. And I thought it was funny that she kind of stayed in the hotel after, like when all the shit was going down. I was
Right.
waiting for John Wick to just like bust in after, like go in her room, bust in, and just blow the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? Just blow her away
Yeah.
with some shit. But we didn't get it that way. Instead, we get that cliffhanger ending. And man, can we talk about him falling off the roof? By the way,
Yeah.
what'd you think about that?
Well, I see when he shot him up, I seen the bullets going off, so you can see the of his bulletproof vest thing or whatever. I seen that, but like when he hit, it reminded me of Spider-Man 2 when Tobey Maguire fell off of the roof or whatever.
Oh
like on
yeah,
Spider-Man 1, like boom, 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 boom.
oh
But
that's
he was
true.
Spider-Man. He was Spider-Man.
That's
John
a good.
Wick is a man.
That's a good callback because I totally, but it popped in my head now. Yeah, he fell down and he hit all those all the little scaffolding or whatever that is, a ledge and stuff like that. And he hit the trash can and all that shit. And there, I was like, there's no way he survived. Like even so, when he was getting shot, I didn't even know he had a bulletproof vest on. I thought the guy was shooting him with blanks.
Oh, with blanks, yeah.
That's what it kind of. That's
so.
what it kind of looked like because he was. Keanu Reeves was reacting like, "What the hell? Like, what the hell? Like you like when he was hitting them, you know, like why? Yeah, you're doing this. Like, it didn't look like he was naturally getting shot. You know what I mean? But I was like, there's no way he can survive this fall. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I didn't want it to go out like that. I didn't want it to end just like that. You know, you can't go out like that.
No, he can't go out like that.
Yeah.
No. So I knew it was some bullshit. Like I was like, oh, okay, he can be all right.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll give him away, and it was cool to see Lawrence Fishburne alive at the end. Like like okay, now y'all gonna drag us on another one. But I was just thinking like, okay, John Wick can't really be hurt.
Yeah. So they kind of make him like more than a man at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we've seen him get stabbed before and repaired, and he is a man. He's just he's just a real professional. He's just a real professional, and
he's like Punisher.
Yeah, he's just like Punisher, and then which is like one of my favorite Marvel movies. Hopefully they can remake that, man, because that's another movie that came out too damn soon, man. Like for the audience, since everybody's on anti-villains now and shit, they got to reboot that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Punisher is one of those guys.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Netflix show? You think they did all right with him?
You know what? I actually only saw half of the first season. I didn't like it.
Okay, yeah.
But I know a lot of people have conflicting views about that. I know a lot of people liked it and they liked the second season. It got canceled, right? It got one of those.
Yeah, it got
done.
Pulled. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, I know so many shows got pulled in the last like week. Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a lot because of the Disney thing, and then I heard a lot just because they're not performing well, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they're going somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, man. I mean, overall, what did you give this score?
Shit.
Because you do it out of 5, right? You do it out of 5?
Yeah, I do it out of 5. So my score of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I would have gave it the full 5 if I was just a little bit more emotionally invested, but it didn't matter because that action elevated it to a almost unprecedented level. I was so entertained. This is what I go to the movies for, so I can see this. A beautiful ballet of violence. John Wick 3 is just a symphony of all. I think it's the best one out of the trilogy, to be honest with you.
That would be a good tagline right there. John Wick 3, a ballet of violence.
Ballet of violence. So beautiful.
It was. Yeah. So what would they have to do for you to get more emotionally involved? Would they have to kill another dog?
No more animal violence. I'm not PETA, but like, hey, man, like you can't kill. They already killed the dog. So I don't know what they can do to get me more emotionally involved. It already is what it is. So like, what can you really do at this point? Just bring me more,
just more
violence.
Yeah, more violence, more assassins.
Cool, wide shot, non-cut action scenes. That's all you can do at this point because I don't know how you can be emotionally involved with John Wick at this point.
Yeah,
you know.
And I know you're a horror fan. I see Jason back there, but like this kind of reminded me a little bit of the Halloween series, where I mean, you keep killing him at the end, you keep leaving cliffhangers, and then somehow he kind of just keeps returning. Like, I mean, it reminds me of that I don't know if you're a fan of the Halloween franchise, but like, yeah, like I am too. Even though a lot of the movies were not well made, like I thought. I think it might have been the end of part 4. Do you remember when he gets shot? a bunch of times, then he kind of falls through that grave or whatever it is, and
Yeah,
like
The
yeah,
river.
and then like the
Right,
guy,
river.
yeah, the guy by the river just like takes care of him and shit. That's kind of like what we got in this movie where
Yeah,
they the homeless people or the quote unquote undercover homeless people, they kind of pull them out and then they take them to this whole underground world. That part was a little bit far fetched for me, and then Lawrence Fishburne
yeah.
surviving was too far fetched. But I kind of
It
like,
was.
yeah, I kind of like that whole there's an underground syndicate, you know, because then it makes you think in real life like, oh, anybody could be working with some kind of organization, you know, and they could be
Right.
part of something bigger. So that was kind of like a little more interesting to me. But yeah, man, I gave this one a 9 out of 10, if not like
Nice.
a 9.5 out of 10. But
9.5. We
yeah, but
almost tens, both of us.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, almost tens, almost tens. But I mean, I don't think any of the John Wicks in the series. Maybe the second one maybe got like an eight for me, 8 out of 10.
Right. I
But
agree.
the first one gets like a 9 out of 10 for sure. So I think this one and the first one are like my favorites for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just not gonna get that emotional investment, but yeah, it is.
yeah,
Like you said, you're right. It's like the Halloweens. We rooting for not the anti-hero, but we, you know what I'm saying, we rooting for John Wick just to mess more people up, and
yeah.
I think that's why we here for it. And it's very creative, and then it's a little far fetched at the end. That end is not the greatest ending. If we want to be real snobby and talk movie stuff, but it's very entertaining. I mean,
Oh
like
yeah,
I want more. I'll be pissed. I mean, if they would have killed John Wick at the end, this would have been it. I would have been fine with it. I've been like
yeah.
totally
Same
fine.
here.
This is one of my best trilogies. I got it right here, the John Wick story. But I think they're gonna give us more.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, God damn, I'm there day one, son. You know what I'm saying? You know,
and
I cannot.
this,
John Wick.
and this kind of leaves it open to just them bringing more characters like how they did with Halle Berry, or like more characters stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Or more bigger I mean, shit, we could see like a Dave Batista, him going up against Dave Batista, or someone crazy big. You know what I'm saying? Since he's in every damn movie nowadays, but. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it just leads the way, but then you got to think like, well, how far does Keanu want to take it? Does he want to like? I mean, we can't really end it the way it ended because then you got like too many unanswered questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they make a fourth one, will it be the final? I don't know. I want to see a prequel, like you were saying about the Continental. I think that'd be great.
That's coming. Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, I think it got two more in it. I think it might be two more, or maybe one more, but I think it got two more in them in the John Wick series.
So it's
And I
gonna
think they should end it. Yeah, because
it's gonna be like the
time.
so it's gonna be like basically like the Mission Impossible thing, like you said.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
gonna be the Mission Impossible thing. But Bob, like you think about like if John Wick 6 come out, Keanu Reeves gonna be pushing 60. So
And
Yo.
that's funny that you say that because you remember in Back to the Future when it was like when he went to the future, the second one, Back to the Future 2, which is like my favorite
Yeah.
one, where he went to the future and it said like Jaws Part 80 or something like that.
Shark still looks fake. Yeah.
yeah, like some 3D sharks coming out at you and shit, or
Yeah.
4D, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, it's one of these things where it's like you go and it's out of the norm because you are rooting for the bad guy, you know,
Right.
which a lot of people, some people feel uncomfortable about. I mean, I'm actually surprised this movie has not got backlash from the weak people that think that violent movies lead to all this shit that's going on in the world. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't know if you ever saw that clip, but it was like Quentin Tarantino was arguing with that woman who was bashing Kill Bill for how violent it was, the first Kill Bill when it came out. Yeah, look up that clip. Look up Quentin Tarantino like argues with interviewer or whatever, and then she's basically equating that the amount of violence is gonna equate to people going out and creating these murders in real life. You know what I mean? And not keeping it on screen, basically because we're rooting for these people that are supposed to be the protagonists. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you know. So it's just like, I don't think that. I mean, shit. I was playing violent games forever. I didn't turn out to be a murderer. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
Yeah, same here, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, playing Mortal Kombat, watching all the Friday 13th movies as a kid. I was just like, I don't know. I just want to see the special effect. I'm not like wanting to hurt anyone or hurt my classmates over it. Like, this is just a movie. How cool can a special effect be?
But
that's what we're in it for. I don't think people don't understand that.
But you know how it is 2019. Everybody always has something to complain about or tear apart or whatever. So it's just like, I think it is going to be for that niche market. And I did say that it was going to make a lot of money this weekend, but seeing that Friday number, it's going to be a lot lower than I think what it was. Maybe we might see like 50 mil. Because I think right now it's like at 22 mil or something, or 25 mil, something like that. So we might see it double at the end of the week. I think as the word spreads a little more, and like you said, that we're getting this is technically like the beginning of summer for films. I think this is definitely going to appeal just pretty much to the action stars, the action fans, and I think everyone needs to go see it. And like I said, thank you Q Reviews for coming through, man. I mean, all the way from Detroit to join me. Live on Skype. Man. Yeah, man, and we're gonna. I want to have you back, man. I mean, whether it be for another horror movie or another action movie, a horror movie, comedy, whatever it is. Let's talk it, man.
Oh, let's talk it, man. We got mine coming up. You want to talk spoilers for mine? Yes. We can do it. Whatever you want to do, man. I'm all down. Just let me know. I'm here, man. We had great chemistry on this show today. I really thank you for letting me be a part of your show. And then, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see it and see how crazy I am. And thank you very much. Your content is awesome. And John Wick 3, Parabellum, make sure you go see it because it is crazy action that I know if you're a fan like me, if you're the type of people we are, you will be hyper entertained. So thank you very much, man.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, once again, guys, you guys can check out all his social medias down below. I'm gonna leave all that stuff so you guys can follow him, follow all his content. He has great YouTube content, and make sure you guys are following me. I have all my information above and below as well, and I put his Instagram right there. It's QBaby3000 on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Q-Bay 3000.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Q. I said Q baby.
Q baby.
We'll leave that in for the.
I like Q baby.
Yeah, we'll leave that in for the blooper reel. That sounds like a rapper. That sounds like a new SoundCloud rapper. Q baby.
Q baby. Coming to work. Put it in work. Q baby. Yeah.
So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys aren't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more movie content like this. If you guys like movie news, movie reviews, full-length podcasts, and I also got these podcasts up on iTunes, Google Play Music, Castbox, so you guys can hear me on your phone, in the car, wherever you guys want to do it. Just check us out, all right, guys? Flix Talk. Till next time, I'm gone. Thank you, Q Reviews. Peace.